custody till the 24th of March. Ranya was produced before the bench of Judge Vishwanath Gowdar at the special court after 3 days of being in custody. She has now been remanded to 14 days of judicial custody. Belly Thomas is joining us for more on this story. Belly, what has transpired in court?
Uday, after the 3-day custody of Ranya Rao with the DRI, they produced her in front of the Special Court of Economic Offences on Monday, and where the judge questioned her as to whether she was mentally tortured or physically harassed. But her answer to the court was that she wasn't physically harassed but was mentally tortured, for which the DRI officials immediately interrupted and told the court that it was Ranya Rao who was not cooperating with the investigation, and for some specific questions that she would choose to remain silent. So these questions were as to how was these gold bars that were procured in Dubai, like what was the source of these gold bars, for which Ranya Rao had no answer. And the second was to which syndicate does she work for. For that too, she didn't have any answer. And for the third thing, who were the influential people that were helping her out with her trips to Dubai and back. So for these three questions, primarily, she didn't have any answer, to which the DRI officials told the court that if the court is not convinced, they are even ready to produce the video footage of the questioning session, so that the court could see that her non-cooperation in the investigation. So the court has accepted that the court would look into the video footage of the questioning session and would pass further orders for the DRI to get to the bottom of it. Uday.
Ramakant Gaur, senior lawyer, is also with us. Ramakant Gaur, the process of law now following its, following, of course, the protocols. First, DRI wanted her in their custody. Now she's been sent to judicial custody, I think, for almost 2 weeks.
That's right. Udayji, since CID is also stepping in, CBI is also starting its investigation, we need to understand the variety of investigation which would be taking place. Against all the smuggling operation, DRI is the only competent agency to invoke the provision of Customs Act, and DRI would be investigating the customs and hawala angles. DRI is empowered to do so. Now, what CBI would do, yes, as Mr. Sahai has enlightened us, CBI has better infrastructure as far as the mobile forensics are concerned. They will be enabling DRI or strengthening their hands in investigating the mobile forensic. But that is confined to that part only. CBI will be investigating into the proposition of Prevention of Corruption Act, whether there is money related to corruption, and please wait for some days, day or two, Enforcement Directorate will also be seen into the picture. So, 132 of the Customs Act and Prevention of Corruption Act form the predicate offense for invocation of Prevention of Money Laundering Act. I leave the jargon aside, but these agencies would be aggressively looking into the money trail. Now, how this money reached Dubai, from where it got originated, from where the gold was sourced. Ultimately, the gold is not found in Dubai. Gold is imported from Africa. Now, who was the kingpin, who was the mastermind who was operating this smuggling operation? 30 trips to such a high-profile person, and then mind it, this is only gold. It may be something else also. It may be drugs. It might have been some explosive also. It might be something else. So it's a question of national security as well. Had it been a simple somebody who was carrying the gold only, situation would have been different. But today, a smuggler is being provided the security, the protocols by virtue of some influence. Now, whether her father is involved, or somebody else is involved, some politician are involved, that needs to be looked into by the CBI.